It is warm. 75 degrees. Good grief. That's January for you. Hello and welcome to 40 Entrepreneur Drive. It's me, Kenya. How you doing? How are you doing? Really, tell me how you're doing. Put it in the comment section below. I know people are watching these videos, but no one wants to say anything. Let me know how you're doing right now in the comment section below. Okay, so I wanted to let you guys know something about me that you may not have known and probably don't care one way or another, but it's something about me that I wanted to share, and I wanted to see if anybody else out there was like this. Here I am driving in my car. What do most people do when they're in their car? They listen to the radio. You don't hear my radio on now, and it's not because I'm trying to avoid getting a copyright strike on my channel for playing copyrighted music. It's quiet in here because I don't listen to the radio. Yeah, I just don't listen to the radio. I don't watch TV, and I don't listen to the radio. Well, doggone, Kenya, what do you do? Well, honestly, most of the time I have YouTube playing in the background. I do have YouTube Premium or Prime or whatever they call it, and so I'm able to download videos, and I will listen to them while I'm driving, and I will listen to them and or watch them while I'm at work, while I'm away from my my own Wi-Fi. So yeah, that's what I do. I also many times just like to drive in silence. Listen. You hear that? It's nothing. It's just peacefulness. It's just quiet. I mean, yeah, I'm paying attention to the road. I'm looking around me, checking my mirrors, keeping my ears peaked in case there's something going on outside my vehicle that I need to respond to. But for the most part, I like to drive in peace. And I don't even play my radio at home unless I'm in a mood for something. Like maybe an old school song will be just popping up in my head for some reason. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that song. I want to hear it, and then I'll download it and or play it through YouTube. But yeah, I don't listen to music at home. I really like a quiet environment. I don't know if it's because my mind is so noisy. My mind is naturally so noisy. There's always so much going on that like I don't want to be distracted. I don't want to be distracted. And some people say they're afraid. Like my daughter, she's like, I don't like it quiet because then I only have my mind to listen to, and I don't want to listen to that. I'm like, you don't want to hear your own mind? I love listening to my mind. I love talking to myself out loud and just in my head. I like what's going on up there, and I like working things out, and I need peace and quiet to let that happen. And also because I work in a factory warehouse environment, you know, at the job that will remain unnamed, there's so much noise going on there. And I do listen to music sometimes there, but mostly my YouTube stuff that I download. But there's so much going on there that when I get in my car, I just want it to be quiet. However, there is another reason why I don't listen to the radio. It's a little bit more deeper, a little bit more controversial or philosophical. But for me, it's just, I'm a very observant person. I'm a very analytical person. I'm sometimes an overthinker. So sorry about that. They're doing construction. I'm not on the shoulder where those things are. There's like grooves in the road that keep you from going on the shoulder, but they're doing construction and the lanes have been changed. So from time to time I go over those noisemakers. So I apologize if you hear that. But I listen very closely to lyrics and music. I enjoy music. I used to really enjoy music, but since I pay so much attention to the lyrics and I hear what's being told to me and said to me, I stopped. I stopped like maybe 10-15 years ago. The last time I was really listening to the music, listening to the radio, like as a regular thing, you know, you wake up, turn it on, or it's on in the background all the time. The last time I was listening to the music like that was like late 90s, early 2000s. I think Nelly's Hot in Here was the last time that I really listened to the music in the house. My son was like 2 or 3 or 4, whatever age he was at the age where he could repeat things. And I didn't like some of the things that he was repeating on the radio. And some people are cool with it. They think it's cute or whatever. That's fine. Everybody has their own right to raise their kids the way they want. But I felt like really uncomfortable. Like to me, it was like, that's not cute to hear my young innocent toddler saying things that only grown folks should be saying. So I stopped listening to the radio at home. And of course, while I'm taking him to school, I'm not listening to it in the car. Other parents, I could hear them blasting their music, and some of it was not radio stuff. Some of it was stuff that they bought, purchased. It was definitely listener discretion advised. But again, if they didn't mind their kids listening to it, that's on them. But that's part of the reason why I stopped listening to a lot of the radio. And the more I start listening to actual lyrics, whether it's pop or hip hop or rap, whatever it was, I just started hearing a lot of the same patterns and a lot of the same messages, and it just made me feel like, is there no one creative enough to make music that doesn't have to do with sex? Sex is great, I know this, but is there no one making music that is not either talking about sex, getting it, giving it, showing it off, being sexy, and if not that, talking about how much money you have and how much money you're gonna get? And to me, it was just like, wow, like the same old. And then, you know, a lot of the popular mainstream radio stations, they play the same thing over and over and over. Now, this is before downloading became a big thing. So there was no, iTunes might have been around, I don't remember, but there wasn't a whole lot of downloading and MP3s going on. It was like pretty much you listen to the radio, or you listen to a mixtape or a CD or something like that. But the radio was just playing the same thing over and over and over again. I'm like, if I didn't know any better, I would think they were trying to brainwash me. That's why I say it's kind of controversial the reason why I don't listen to the radio. And even now, 15, 20 years later, my son's 22, almost 23. He's grown, he can listen to what he wants to, but I still feel affected by that music. Like, sometimes the beats are okay, but even the beats are like, they sound recycled. They sound recycled and they sound a little bit hypnotic. There was an artist that came out right around that time I stopped listening. I think his name was Juvenile. And I had a cousin who's like maybe 7, 8 years younger than me, and she loved listening to this guy. And I didn't really listen to the lyrics, but it was something about that beat. It was like a military beat, kind of I can't explain it, but I know that every time I heard it, I was like, something about it is hypnotic. I don't know why I felt that way, but something about it is hypnotic. And then now I do not know the names of all these groups, so forgive me ahead of time if I say the wrong. But there is okay, and I also took band in school. I played flute and saxophone, so I know a little bit of the musical terms, but I can't remember all of them. There's something called a triplet, and that's the beat. The sound that's in the beats that's playing, it's three. It's 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 da 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 da. And I started hearing that lately in today's music. I don't know if I think it's called trap or something, or I don't know what it is, but there's a certain kind of rhythm and beat that as the years go by, I'm like tuning into it, and I'm wondering, is it just trends? Is it just popularity, or is there more to it? There is one YouTube video that I came across, only one, because I looked it up. I was like, something like music and hypnosis and music and subliminal messages and music and whatever. I could only come up with one video that kind of verified and or supported what I kind of felt like I was onto, but I still couldn't articulate it. I'm on my way to class right now, so I can't put it on, tell you what it is, but I'll put in the link in the description below later when I am able to look it up. And it was talking about how not only do different rhythms affect us differently, but different sounds and tones, and like when you're in a certain key, things that are played in certain keys affect us differently. The pace of the music, whether it's slow or fast, you know, the beats per minute affects us in a certain way. And when you put all those things together along with the lyrics, there is definitely, how can I say it without sounding kind of kooky? There's definitely power, and then I don't want to say manipulation. It's a powerful combination when you put the lyrics in the beats and the types of tones and things that are going on. And so the last several years, I avoid a lot of certain types of music, and I kind of like I said, I avoid music altogether because I just like my mind to be kind of clear. However, and also here's another thing. You know what an earworm is? Anybody knows what an earworm is? Raise your hand. I do. An earworm is when you hear music, whether you're listening to it or you just come across it. You hear music, and then later on, you hear it in your head, whether you want to hear it or not. And it's playing over and over and over again. Even if it's a song that you like, the fact that it's playing over and over again is like driving you crazy because you can't get out of your mind. It's like wiggling deeper and deeper inside your ear like a worm. It's called an earworm. And so when you put that together with the types of lyrics that I'm hearing on the radio nowadays and the types of messages that go along with the music, like I don't want certain messages just to be popping up in my head. And I don't want them to be influencing, because believe it or not, music influences. Just like that 30-second Burger King commercial that comes on. I don't even like Burger King, but all of a sudden I'm craving Burger King because I heard it and I'm being influenced. And, you know, either that same day or the next day, I'm like, dang, I'm craving Burger King. Music does influence us. The beats influence us. The words influence us. And of course, if you watch music videos, that's a whole nother level. I don't watch TV. I don't expose myself to that. But every once in a while, I do get a chance to see a music video, my mind is blown because I'm so out of that realm. I don't see it on a regular basis. that it gets more and more and more and more and more cutting edge, or pushing the envelope, or pushing the limit of what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. So if you're in that world and you watch it all the time, it's kind of like, you know, it's like putting your hand in a pot, in a pan that's warming up. You don't feel it warming up because that dial is going so incrementally high. So it's just turning so little that you don't notice it. I think it's something like you can fry a frog, right? You can fry a frog because, anyways, I don't want to get too far off. But my point is, because I don't listen to music on a regular basis, and because I'm not used to it, I'm not getting used to it. When I do hear it, I'm like, whoa. And those are the types of things that I don't want sneaking up in my subconscious or in my conscious when I am, you know, just trying to live my life. However, and it's funny because sometimes my daughter will either play a song or she'll hum a song. And like I said, only that little snippet of it later on that day, I'm listening to those lyrics, and they're not always the best lyrics. She listens to pop music and alternative. And there's like one quick example, because I got to get out of here. There's one song that's called, I can't remember it, but I like you. I like that you're broke, you're like me, baby, something. And I mean, just that one song. I like the fact that you're broke, you know, a broken person, a broken individual. You're broke like me. Okay. Two broke people don't make a whole person. This is how I analyze music, guys. And I'm just like, little stuff like that. And in the other lyrics, what's that other song? I can't remember the name of the song, but it's something like, I'm dying, or I'll die happy, or I'm happy to die, or something like that. The fact that death is there, Kenya, you're thinking about it too deeply. Not really. You didn't write the song, so you don't really know what that person's intentions was. But the fact is, here I am off of my own, and all of a sudden I keep this lyric of, I want to die, even though they're saying I want to die happy. The fact that I want to die, I don't want that in my subconscious, so I don't listen to the radio. However, since I have been reading my Bible more lately, and I'm really trying to get closer and stronger in my faith as a Christian, yesterday or the day before I actually start programming my radio to the Christian channel. I don't really listen to the music because I kind of prefer a gospel kind of a songs when it comes to worship music, but I have it on in the background because if I'm going to have anything in my subconscious randomly coming up and creeping up on me, I'd much rather it be something like, no, Lord bless your name, or glory to God, or I am, you know, something uplifting. The songs are either lifting up God or they're lifting up us as children of God. Anyhow, I got to get out here and go to class. I'm officially late right now. It is 2:02, and yeah. Anyways, I don't listen to the radio. However, I just started listening to the radio, and I wanted to make the video before I started saying that because I'm like, well, now listen to the radio. Anyways, what do you guys think about that? Do you listen to the radio? Do you think it affects your mood, your mind, or do you think it influences your actions, how you dress, how you speak, how you act, who you connect with? Or do you think it's just music? You're thinking about it too much? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm running late for class. And yeah, I wouldn't want anybody to be broken. If I'm broken, I want to get myself whole before I'm getting in a relationship. I don't want somebody else broke. Like I said, two broke people don't make a whole person. I need to be whole. You need to be whole. When you get yourself together and I get myself together, let's get together. That's how I feel about it. I guess that's why I'm not dating right now. Anyways, off the class. How y'all like my eyes? These are magnetic eyelashes. Yeah. I was 3 days off, but now I'm back on. So there. I didn't say I was going to be perfect this year with my New Year's resolutions. I just said I was going to resolve to change. Change is good. I don't even know where I'm going. Shoot. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow me on social media. Now, let me know what you think about this next upcoming video. Please tell me why I parked on one side of this campus and my class is clearly on the opposite side. Oh, I parked on the opposite side of where my class is. 5-minute walk, y'all. 5-minute walk. Whew.